Hi everyone, it's time for Lego. I'm a little distant from the mic. 1 second. Alright, that should be a bit better. Yeah, that looks a bit better on the machine over there. I'm gonna switch windows and then we're gonna play around with the lighting a bit. Or apparently we're just not gonna get a picture. Great. Just what I needed. Well, let's see if I can fix that. Oh, I see. That's on me. I made it invisible last week. So because I was streaming Warlock, so I just turned off the camera and put entirely. Alright, the lighting actually looks pretty good. There's no major delay on it or anything, so I think we're actually good to go. Doesn't look washed out or anything. Awesome. So, how are y'all doing? I see Mox and Christy in the chat. First things first. Oh yeah, first things first. I wanna bring forth Isabel and also her brother, whose name I always forget. Digby. Okay, it's a little washed out. Shit. It's not too bad, but it's still... I think I can get it better. There we go. Because these are the ones that came with Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. And I am like the only person on the planet who really, really liked Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. So here they are. And they're just gonna be over here watching. Hi, Bad Road. Let's get dangerous. Huh, did I do part of this step? It looks like I did part of this step. That's... Oh, no, I see what it is. I was looking at the wrong things. Alright, here we go. Something like that. Okay, I think we're all set. So let's dump out all these girders. Pretty sure one of the other streamers you follow liked Amiibo Festival. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad I'm not completely alone. The only thing I ever hear about Amiibo Festival is how shitty it is. Just everywhere. Usually people make over-the-top videos about it and they, like, melt the Amiibos. Alright. Might have been Chugga Conroy, or he might have hated it. I can go check. Alright, so... I need... clips. We're currently building the back end. The big place where the trash goes. More of a YouTuber than a streamer. Alright, now I need the specially shaped girders over here. And this here L. Is that the guy who did the fuck a guy video? Let's see. Apparently I'm missing a piece over here. That's fine, because I can just find said piece. Let's go back to the previous step and see. Just a size 3 girder? It looks like it was just a size 3 girder. Oh, maybe? I'm gonna have to scroll way back. The runaway guy is like the runaway 5. Come on. The mother wiki is hilarious because all through it people are like, well, this might be a reference to this or this, but it's not confirmed when it's something that's just clearly a reference to it. People really take this word of God trope seriously. Oh my gosh. Alright, it was just a size 3 girder. Shit. Now I lost my place. They're named after the Runaway 5, because there's 3 of them. Right, just like there's 6 guys in the Runaway 5. But only sometimes. Or like how the Rowdy 3, there's... Apparently I have stuff misplaced. That's incorrect. Bloody hell. Alright, it's gotta be this side that I've got misplaced. There we go. It's fine. Now I need a size 3 black girder. Which I think we may have determined last time there wasn't a size 3 black girder, which may be why we're missing it. It's been a couple weeks, so I don't always remember everything perfectly. So let's look through some of these other cases. Aha, I found them. They were just in another box. So their burgers aren't as good then. I've heard of Proton John, or at least I've heard people mention Proton John. Nintendo Capri Sun. That does sound made up. Alright, now we've got that in the right place. Now we take this and put it here, because everyone needs a little L in their life. And also this one goes, it looks like here. Bad Road, you could have made that channel just as easily. And then created all the content on your own just for the sake of this bit. In the past 20 seconds. The next step is literally take this red clip and push it the rest of the way in. That's incredible. Also incredibly difficult. Because it's a bootleg. Okay, I got it. There we go. Oh, well that's cool. So, the next step, this next sub-build we're doing, is going to be the creation of Ultra Hand by Nintendo. Yeah, Proton John's the only one that I think I've ever even heard the name of. Which is a much better record than, like, anyone in that Minecraft game. Let's see. Now we're gonna need a red tube. And 2 of these red clips. Alright, Twitch, I get it. It's very funny to say there's 3 viewers when there's clearly at least 4. It doesn't harm big streamers who make them a lot of money. Why would they care? Alright, now we gotta... The same reason they unbanned fucking Dr. Disrespect, who did something that's probably illegal and against Twitch's terms of service. Is creation of Crazy Hand anything like Michelangelo's creation of man? No, this is Ultra Hand, totally different from Crazy Hand. Just Sakurai on a cloud touching Crazy Hand's finger. I mean, isn't the idea that Master Hand and Crazy Hand are the two forces pulling at Sakurai from either direction? I guess it's nice that he decided to go with Crazy Hand. Let's see. The man's really into his symbolism, y'all. Alright, now I need that axle, and then I need 2 of the big red clips. Clifford, the big red clip. He's an auteur. I mean, kind of, but far less so. He makes sure that everyone knows that most of the work falls on his team and that they're the real artists. So if you think of him as an auteur, he's certainly a better auteur than a lot of these other ones. He is not the team. Here we go. Ultra Hand was one of Nintendo's very old toys, and it was... Y'all know those grabber things that are that you squeeze and then they extend on like a springy mechanism. Ultra Hand was, I don't know if it was one of the first of those, but it's certainly an older one. The Grabo arm, it demands respect, exactly. I love most character jump twice, but all the Kirby characters... I love that most characters jump twice, but all the Kirby characters jump like a dozen times. So does Jigglypuff. Anyone who can inflate, really. Or in Meta Knight's case, he actually has wings. Same with Pit. Pit can also do lots of jumps. So it's not just the Kirby characters. Hi, Xenon. The guy in the One Piece dub has a gun that does... Is it specifically in the 4Kids dub? That's hilarious. Whoops, I just realized that I have some stuff in upside down somehow. That's what she said. There we go. I am... losing track of what I'm thinking about. Yes, the 4Kids dub. I don't know how funny I'll be tonight. I'm medicated and it makes me a little bit slower. But please, do remember to have that quote bot ready just in case. Alright, so we clip that on there. This is confusing to look at. Starting to look a bit like MC Escher's Lego. That requires a size 5 axle. And then I need a torch clip. Not to be confused with Torchic, which is a Pokemon. One of my favorite things from the internet is the description of the 4Kids dub on the Elementor Saga wiki. Well, how does that go? For those who don't know what the Elementor Saga wiki is, it's like a Penny Arcade community wiki about this, like, world that Tycho created. Did it ever get turned into an actual book series?
No.
No? Well, it's like a fictional book series. It's very silly. But it's like a satire of high fantasy. For those of you only passingly familiar with Penny Arcade, Tycho's the cool one. A size 9 again. Need lots of these size 9s. Click that in. I'm going to need another red tube. Clips on here, and then a red tube goes on top of it. Speaking of Penny Arcade, they did 2 comics on Dr. Disrespect. First, they speculated he'd get banned in a week, and then they wondered what it would take to get banned for longer than a month. Oh, for a week. Yeah, that makes more sense. It was twice that. Like, wow. If they... You know what it would take to get banned for a month would be to be someone who brings in less money for Amazon. They don't actually give a shit that he broke the rules. We all know that. They just go into deep detail on, okay, back to the 4Kids thing, on all the changes 4Kids made to the anime for American release, like how they changed the episode where their master commits harikari to a Christmas episode so he could be holding a candy cane instead of a sword. That's so ludicrous, it sounds exactly like something that would be in a 4Kids dub. Yeah, again, they don't care. He makes them a lot of money. Because he appeals to kids in the worst possible primal way. And now he's getting away with stuff that you shouldn't get away with unless you're like 7 years old. So that's gonna make things worse. Anyway, that's a depressing topic. And I'm sorry for drawing out that conversation. Let's talk about cool things like ponies and Ninja Turtles. And yes, Xenon, that is correct. Unfortunately for them, we are bound and determined. And have a great audience. That is a good idea, Christy. Step that in. Need a size 3 nail. Oh, I guess we do have size 3 nails. The Hood Slam Pride Show tomorrow. Oh yeah, Katie was saying that. She also said you told her at the very last minute, though. Which I don't think matters. She would have said yes no matter what. Alright. Size what? See, it's little, it's Ultra Hand. At least the same mechanism. Oh, there goes the yelling starting outside. Didn't know it was happening this way until last night. It's last minute for everyone. So, I'll repeat this several times throughout the stream because we'll have more people coming in as we go probably. But if you want to hang around after Katie's stream tomorrow, after she's done with Underhero, she and Christy will be unofficially hosting Hood Slam's Pride Show, which is a very gay wrestling show. And y'all can hang around in our chat and talk about it. And just hang out with good friends, and I'm missing my size 5 girder. Not that, but you get the idea. Right, slip that on. And need another big red tube. Clifford, the big red tube would be a very different show. Size 9. Aren't all animals tubes, though? A bit. I guess that depends on what direction you're coming at them from. Like, if you come at them from the tube-looking end, you'd absolutely think that they were tubes. But if you come at them from another angle, like from the sphere-looking end, you'd never guess that they were tubes. So really what I'm saying is it's all about perspective. Is it the tube perspective or the sphere perspective? Alright, that slides in there. Or neither, I guess. Alright, now I need these. And another one of these. And that's not gonna fit, huh? Okay, it will, but it hurts. some pieces anyway. I've got plenty of pieces. That fit. There we go. Okay. Alright, I guess we're building the other half now. This comes down on these two. Meant to lift dumpsters. Or I guess the front part's meant to lift dumpsters. This part's meant to lift from the side, I guess. So many pieces that look almost alike. There we go. Damn it, now I need another one of those same pieces. It's hard enough to find one, and then I find that one right away. Oh well. Missing that same one again, of course. Wait. There it is. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got a glass of water. I'm looking for that exact same clip again, too. Because apparently, even though it's like the hardest piece to find, it's the one that they want me to use the most of. I think this one might actually, there may not be another one. Well, shit. There it is. The L's have it. Alright. Most of the way done that now. I can't even see that. Good flex. Alright, now I need 2 9s and another 5. Good lord. The other 5's probably also in the irregular bin, along with this 3. And this other 3. I don't know, it seems like a pretty standard flex to me. And this one, same deal. They're 9, yeah. Alright, now we're going to get another different sub build. Just tossing that one aside, I guess. Means opening up the box of big stuff. And sticking small stuff in the big stuff. That not remotely how that's supposed to fit. That's bizarre. Guess I need a bunch of these things now. I think it's just another part of the tank. Maybe not. Now it feels weird. No idea what that is. I'm assuming the brackets go inside. Usually do. No idea what this is for. Apparently it's for this. Because why not? Hard to make sense of looking at it up close, let alone on camera. Huh. Having me turn things. Or things on things that turn when they don't need to. That is really strange looking. Having me do things in an order that doesn't make sense to my eyes. Wants me to turn this, but that's not a turnable piece. Oh, okay. It's a different piece I'm supposed to turn, it's just diagrammed poorly. I am all up in my head right now. I'm 100% sure that that's coming through. Just slides onto here. And just kind of hangs there. Oh, I see. Alright, so now that holds steady. Next step is just turning it on its front. Good step. Good useful step. Now it wants me to fold the thing up. Very compact comparatively. It does, but it's a detached butt. I mean, you can have a butt that's also an arm. That's just a given nowadays. Huh. So this is supposed to go this way. And this is supposed to attach on here somehow. I think. But there's pieces on here being shown that I know that the kit didn't have me attach. What the fuck? I was following the instructions. Unless I missed an entire step. No, those pieces are definitely not on here. Oh, why are these instructions so fucking piss poor? These are official instructions. See, these pieces right here, this and this L, never had me attach anything like that. I just looked back at the previous steps, and the last time it showed this. That's in the background. Oh god, whoever put these together, the instructions are right. It's just whoever put these instructions together did not think about how things look when there's no actual sense of depth in LEGO instructions. Oh, that's confusing as hell. Alright, so knowing that, how do I actually get these to connect? This has to slide through this hole in the middle. And then I guess it doesn't actually connect at all. It just kind of sits there. That's not lined up the way it's supposed to be. That's weird. white piece is supposed to be lined up perfectly with this gray piece. Okay, I think I got it. Sort of. It's still not correct. None of this is correct. Oh my gosh. I think part of this is bad instructions and part of it's just bootleg being bootleg. There we go. Why is it lined up on the other side but not this side? Oh my gosh. Something is very wrong with the way this is put together. I've got to scroll way back up again. Bloody heck. See how these two walls are attached, because I think I must have attached one wrong. This is frustrating. There's the blue tabs. Need to get to the part where the two attach together. No, it is on the blue part. It's on those blue tabs down at the bottom. Means this is put together correctly. I didn't screw anything up there. But no. Oh, the white part's on there correctly too. I am lost. Oh, trying to make sense of these instructions is just so weird. Let's remove this entirely. See if we can line the whole thing up without this part in the way. Okay, I figured it out. It just has to slide in correctly as you go. Otherwise, the whole thing just can't get into the right position. Wow, that was something. It fits now, though. Definitely fits. Well, that was an adventure. Alright, now we're back to the big chunks. The big chunkuses. That's half chunk, half chungus. All beetle. Now, unsurprisingly, since we've basically done this part before already, we're just taking these and then connecting a bunch of them together. You know, if Hunk from Resident Evil was a Chungus, he'd be a Hungus. And then where would we be? As predicted, just taking all of these and sticking them together. How are y'all holding up? I'm over here pulling myself together. Alright, I think that's all of them. Kinda looks like your neighbor's fence. It is a lounge boy. Very, very lounge. That it just kind of trails off into the distance. Hey, wow, I was saying that for a bit, but it absolutely just looks like it trails off into the distance on camera. That's pretty impressive. Like a railroad or a regular road, exactly. One of those, or both. Yeah, we're basically just doing the same as the other wall of the trailer part. Right, need a 15. That's a 15, right? Yes. And after that 15, we need another 15. Six more hit clips. Y'all remember hit clips? Those were a flash in the pan. At best. I'm not sure they were even really a flash. They were more like a tiny spark. You could hear like 40 seconds of a popular song, and they only cost like 12 bucks. It was the greatest way to listen to the only interesting part of a pop song whenever. No, that's a really positive way of looking at them. Late 90s media players were friggin' weird. Remember the toothbrushes that played the song by vibrating off of your friggin' skull? That was a strange idea. Hit clips. Bad Road, hit clips. With a Z. The Z's important. Because they were extreme 90s kids. Technologies, also with a Z. Remember those toothbrushes sounded awesome, but I was way too old to use them. You are never too old to use a musical toothbrush. Tiger Electronics zzz. The same people who made so many of those LCD games. The occasional one of which was fun for a few minutes. That was for us kids too poor to afford a Game Boy. That was one of my first clues that we were really, really poor. We couldn't afford those. They didn't even digitize voice clips from the show. They just had some dude go, "That's not logical," when you hit a button that didn't work. That's amazing. A lot of them just blipped and blooped, so that's like a high-end one right there. Had the terrible electronic baseball game. It was alright. Some of the sports ones were actually okay. Because those actually translate to the format decently. That's why Nintendo's Game & Watches tended to be better than a lot of them, because they took simple concepts and then they made The Legend of Zelda for one, and that was terrible. Game & Watch Donkey Kong is where the design for the DS came from. So there's a legacy for you. Now I need some size 15 white ones. That's size 13. That doesn't help. Size 13 boots. Something, something. And thank you both for those quotes. Size 13 boots, size 4 hearts. Is that the Grinch? I heard he has a size 7 heart now. The Grinch's boots are canonically very small. Oh, right, they're too tight for his feet. Need 3 long blue clips. And then I need 2 small blue clips. Huh, I found a system thing. Smooth stud, just hanging out with the clips. Just hanging out with the family. Because his boots were too small for his feet. I remembered caterpillars. Alright, so that's 2 blue clips. Slide in there. Flat clips go. Okay, those go on these. Fabulous World of Dr. Seuss. Yeah, that's supposed to be actually pretty good, at least the first season. Or was it this? There was one season that's like significantly better than all the rest. Like, most of the series is mediocre, but then one season is just amazing. And I think it was the first season, but I may be wrong. What is Wubulous, anyway? Is it like a dance? Is it like flossing? Or like limbo? How wubble can you gubble? What the heck? Oh, I was supposed to flip the whole thing over. That makes much more sense now. There we go. It's like frabulous. Oh, frabjous day, Kalu, Calais, he chortled in his joy. That kind of frabulous? Frabjous? Crab juice? I'm pretty sure I still remember that whole poem. There's one thing I'm good at memorizing, it's a bunch of nonsense words. Crabato juice, that's like clamato juice, but with crab, so inherently better. And more dangerous. Okay, wants me to use stickers. Hopefully the sticker I need isn't busted. Okay. I need a size 7 and a sticker 28. There's a size 7. I memorized Jabberwocky and the Raven for English class. Guess which one I still remember? Jabberwocky, I hope. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy were the borogoves and the mome rats outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch, beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the manxome foe he sought, then rested he by the tumtum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in oofish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, the vorpal sword went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, Kalu, Calais, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome rats outgrabe. Yep, I still remember it. That was for a drama class, I think. Or was it music? Oh, I hated that music class. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Alright, I think this is all gonna be in the system box. Drama class was terrible because the teacher basically used it as a free period to meet with the cheerleaders whom she coached. There was a football star in there who decided to torment me. I had no good drama teachers. They all were prima donna assholes who had no business teaching anyone, and they weren't even good actors. That was kind of my experience throughout school, though. People always talk about these great teachers they had, and then I'm left wondering, did I really miss out that much? First good music class I had was middle school, and then I dropped music after freshman year because it was bad again. Yeah. Well, hi there, Gaston. You want to get up on the couch? Okay. You can sit in my spot, because I don't want to get up and move that stuff. There's a good baby. I have loved a prima donna asshole because that sounds... I'd have loved a prima donna asshole because that sounds like someone who would keep order... Oh, hell no, they don't keep order. Oh, it's the opposite. It turns into total chaos because they just whine and bitch constantly. Finally got moved to a math elective halfway through. See, I'd have preferred that. I'd have loved a good drama class, but that wasn't going to happen. My drama teacher was a badass, which is why we did 6 degrees of separation and adaptation, and subsequently why he was moved to English. Oh. I've had some really great teachers and some really terrible teachers and some in between. Mine all kind of leaned towards the former. The few good teachers that we had going through school were the ones that everyone hated. It was so weird. Grade 7 teacher in Canada was... Well, a grade 6 teacher was one of the most awful people I've ever met. Creepy, manipulative. A grade 7 teacher, on the other hand, who everyone hated. Everyone loved the creepy, manipulative guy, by the way. All the students did. Mostly because he didn't have anyone do any actual challenging work. Grade 7 teacher, everyone hated. Despite that he treated everyone with respect. Tried to keep everyone on task. And even came in and helped people when they needed it. He was one of the best teachers I've ever met. And everyone said that, oh, he's just a hard ass. Such an asshole. I feel like my drama teacher was actually cool, if I'm remembering right, says Xenon. Unfortunately, I was still suppressing any form of real personality and identity, so it was the most unenjoyable thing. Aww. That drama teacher I mentioned, she was fresh out of college and didn't last 2 years. Jeez. Now that I'm, like, actually existent, I want to try acting, but I'm an adult and I'm too terrified to get in community theater. I mean, you're not even 20 yet. You've got plenty of time. Believe me. try to, I don't know, try to meet some people, even through like Mastodon, who are into that sort of thing and who can guide you and help you along. A lot of people actually use community theater to get over their fear of stuff like community theater. I mean, that's what we did with Night in the Woods, right? That was like a little community theater production of our own. A truck community theater. There it is. Alright, I guess I'm flipping this back over. Sticking this in on the end. And these also basically at the end. A big part of the reason I started streaming is because I missed performing and didn't have a good way to do that here in Oklahoma. I think that was it for Katie as well. Streaming in my case keeps me talking and it keeps me connected in a way that I can't manage on my own. Y'all might think I sound well spoken and all that, but I can't even talk most of the time unless I'm doing very specific things. Streaming is how you worked on voice stuff, huh? I think I gave up on voice stuff at some point. I get that. I used to want my voice to sound upside down. No, that's just a really... That's not how that looks. I am confused. Doesn't look right. Supposed to be something else attached to this. No, it looks fine when they turn the thing. It's just drawn really poorly. I used to want to have a pretty voice, but every woman in my family sounds like this. And at some point I just kind of accepted that. Truck is so realistic you can almost hear it. Yeah, that was a good sound it made. Huh. I guess this is right. I don't think I have a pretty voice. Random people who come in don't think I have a pretty voice. I messed that up. I misaligned a thing. Crap. Right after saying that I got it right, it turned out I didn't actually get it right. Oh, whoops. Now I gotta get all these clips back in the right place. Alright, I think I got it. Thought that was outside. Sounded like someone was dribbling a basketball outside. Grr. Have to push this one through too. Bit, damn it. Ugh. God damn it. It won't go in, and it won't come out. I like your voice. It's relaxing, he says as I swear at a toy. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, even if I don't agree. Alright, we're gonna try a different piece and see if it goes in easy. Oh my god, that's worse. Oh, the red plastic is the worst. Okay, I got one. I found one that fit, sort of. This red plastic is so cheap and awful. Like, so much more than the rest of it. It lives there now. This mechanism here kind of reminds me of the Deep Freeze Defender Ice Planet kit. It had like a garage door that felt kind of similar the way it laid on its track. It's not actually all that similar at all. Alright, now we got one of these. Now we stick stuff in it. Then we stick other stuff in it. And before you know it, it's an entire truck. And I bumped the camera. Community theater is good. I had a hard time distinguishing pre and during show nerves from actual anxiety. But if you have the passion and time and commitment, it is very rewarding. I haven't done it in a very long time. Alright, now we take this adorable little caterpillar we've built and we give it butterfly wings. Hard to get the whole thing in frame. Exactly like a butterfly. Can't convince me otherwise. Having a good director is very important. The best trait in a good director, in my experience, is someone who doesn't think that they are the project. As we talked about earlier with Masahiro Sakurai. Did I hear that you got a fax? I didn't hear that. I may have sent it, but no one told me. I hope that you'll cherish it forever. Or at least until, you know, something funnier comes along and you forget about it. 'Cause that's okay too. No, fax machines are actually still a thing that companies that are way behind in technology use. They probably shouldn't be. But they are. Fox fax slime. The slime is like fax ink. Alright, so now we take the main body here. And it looks like we flip it on like this. And then that clips in the wrong place. I got it right on the second one, but I fucked it up on the first one a long time ago. Sloxbox Fax Fox. My aunt had to send so many faxes to one government agency that she bought a fax machine to save money. Yeah, that happens. The government, by the way, is very behind as far as technology goes, or rather their individual agencies are, because they aren't funded. These instructions are automatically rendered, so it's really strange that it shows the wrong piece at certain angles here. Alright, now we're turning it to the underside. Almost knocked all the clips off my leg. That would have been fun. 20% of my job is sending faxes. We're not equipped to send as many as we do, and it's the worst. Remember when a vital, important, very used government site was down for days during the government shutdown because their SSL certificate expired? Oh, gosh. Alright, so now I need to grab a size 3 axle. The government shuts down like twice a year, and every time people act like it's the end of the world. And it sucks for the workers, the government workers, but it's never like this horrible thing like people act like it's gonna be every single time. Alright, so got that. Now I'm doing another sub-build. The barber of sub-build. Some parts of the government don't even shut down if they were previously funded. And it's almost like the government doesn't actually perform a service. Weird, right? Clips and clips. And shirts and pants and shirts and pants. Now we gotta attach something else off center. Like that. Attach another one of these in here. And one of these right here. What if we played Roblox? Roblox Community Night. That does sound like a really bad idea. It might be something fun to try out once, at least, though. Just, like, follow each other around to various Roblox servers. Tinker Toys, Lincoln Logs, Roblogs. If you actually don't know what Roblox is, it's like sort of a game development system that doubles as an MMORPG, kind of. It's fascinating in concept. Can't wake up. That's the whole problem, Mox. Can't wake up. Two good games on Roblox, and they're the one that lets you be a dragon and the one that lets you be a fox. The last time I checked on Roblox, it was all PG-13 Five Nights at Freddy's roleplay rooms. It's probably less that now and more onto whatever's popular now. So, flossing. Well, Bad Road, good news. Now you can be a dragon and a fox. With Roblox. Grr. Do you really want to know, Bad Road? Not to be a hipster, but I legitimately enjoyed that song before it became a meme. I legitimately disliked that song before it became a meme, and then I heard the version without male vocals, and I was like, hey, this is pretty good. That is apparently how it played in certain parts of Nova Scotia. The male vocals were removed for sounding satanic. And what that got us was just the original version of the song. That's what I'm told by someone who lived in Nova Scotia. Now that I think about it, it may be total bullshit. Because they were not a terribly honest person in general. Alright, now we're going to attach this bit, because that was important to do as a separate build, I guess. Oh, look at it tower above. And then there's a whole other bigger build coming up here, so I think before we move into that I should cut it off for the night, because it's almost 11, and this is going to take more than 10 minutes. Thanks everyone for coming. I'm sorry I was a downer for part of that. Sometimes I get in my own head and it sucks. But y'all are there to help me cheer up, so. Schedule for the next week. Tomorrow is First Underhero with Katie. And then she and Kristen are going to be hosting Hood Slams. What is there a name for it?
Pride?
Just Pride?
It's the Sexy Good Time Wrestle Show, but it probably has a subtitle that I don't.
Okay, it is the Sexy Good Time Wrestle Show for Pride. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. They're good hosts. Just stick around in our chat room and they'll turn on host mode and y'all can talk here. Fearless is what it's called. That's a good name. Let's see. Saturday morning is Christy's wildcard stream. Been doing what, Apex and Gungeon?
I don't know what the hell it's gonna be.
Okay, she doesn't know what the hell it's gonna be, but she's
it's probably gonna be on caffeine.
But it's gonna be on caffeine. That's probably a good idea.
No, the streaming.
Oh,
service,
the streaming
caffeine.
service. Oh well, see, that's probably a good idea too. Yeah, she'll have the link in the post. I don't know how. I don't know how she'll get it out to people who don't have Mastodon. I guess we'll worry about that if it becomes a regular thing. Sunday. What is Sunday? Sunday it's Sue with More Mother 3. Monday is Christy with Hypnospace Outlaw. Tuesday...
Because it's the first month.
Oh, never mind. It's the first Monday of the month. Next Monday. Is it really? I thought there was one more.
Nope, it's the first next Monday.
Oh, that explains why I got confused.
Yeah.
So Monday is Christy's art stream where she'll be painting digitally and then painting analogically on a canvas. That's always super great, and art is just a good thing to have in general. Tuesday is Andrea with Iconoclasts. Wednesday is Tail with Katie DMing for our 3 players. They've got a big boss fight to do, and then and then leveling up. So it's going to be very action-packed. And then Thursday's back around to me with hopefully more Trash Beetle. we're actually getting there. A couple more streams of this and we might be done. And then I gotta think of like video games to play. I don't think I'm ever going to finish all the content in LEGO Dimensions like I thought I was. But I will at some... Wow, Risby just threw a tennis ball up on the LEGO table. Oops. But what I will be doing at some point is building the rest of the miniature builds from LEGO Dimensions for y'all on the camera. So we'll at least get that much done. So let's do a quick flyover of what we got here. We got the trailer here. It's pretty cool. And then we got the truck back here waiting for that trailer to get put on it. And then we've got Isabel and Digby just hiding out down here. Also here is a dog. Alright, good night everyone. Thank you for coming.